taco knife sheath knot for when you want a paracord carry a fixed blade, but you don't have enough holes.
So I've shown you weavers the Prusik knife knot as the ultimate knot to carry fixed blades with paracord on your belt. But there is a problem when it comes to knives that have taco style sheaths that are typically a single piece of kydex that are folded over, like a taco, and only have holes on one side. The Prusik knife knot needs holes on both sides. So you might ask, Tim, what do we do if we don't have enough holes?
Holes! I need holes!
Well, we create a new knot, or at least I think I did. Also, Tim, stop saying holes. So the knife I'm demoing this on is the CRKT Obake. Now I know the spelling looks like O-bake, but trust me, it's not. I lived in Japan for a year. Anyhow, of course we're using Paracord from paracordweavers.com. Check us out for the best cord, supplies, and project kits, links below. We're going to start by passing the midpoint of one of our cords through one of the holes of the sheath. The side facing us is the presentation side, but it doesn't really matter. This method also needs no hardware, but I'll show you a hardware version at the end of the video, so stick around for that. From there, bring the running ends back to the presentation side and pass them through the bite. This is not the new knot that I think I created. This is the slingstone hitch, and I think it's also referred to as the Kellig hitch. We're going to cinch this up slightly, but no need to get it super firmed up just yet. I'm going to use a lacing needle for this next part, but that's just to better show you what I'm doing. You don't necessarily need one for this. Anyhow, the running end is going to wrap around the back of the sheath, which is going to create our belt loop. Then it's going to pass through the space on the side of the hitch knot and then stay on the inside of the belt loop that's around the back. From there, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Wrap the cord around the back and then through the side of the hitch knot. This time I'm using a hemostat just to show you the path of the cord and pull it through. Now, I'm by no means a knot historian, nor do I know all the knots that exist, but if any of you know if this knot has a name or has been done before, please let me know in the comments. And we now have our knot. So now we can cinch that knot up, and when fully firmed up, here's what we've got. Now, I actually really like the look of this knot as well. And there is also a look at the back of what it should look like. Now, I'm going to repeat this on the other hole, of course. I mean side. Okay, I'm sorry. Now, I used ChatGPT to analyze this knot that I tied, and I know AI is not always correct, but it does appear that this knot does not have a name. I'm of course not going to claim that I invented a new knot, but this is more of a modification. So if it indeed hasn't been named yet, what do you think we should call it? Some suggestions are the double tucked Kellig hitch, return tuck Kellig hitch, or secured slingstone hitch. I think I like that last one the most. Vote in this poll in the video. And then with the tails of the running ends, we're just going to tie double overhand knots on the ends. Just make 2 loops with the running end going towards the standing end, and then pass the running end through those loops and pull tight. Of course, I'm going to do this for all 4 strands, and these will help you when you need to secure the knife to your belt, as you'll need to pull down on them. And also leave enough length on the tails so that you can open the loops up for the belt to pass through. I'm leaving enough slack so that the loops can accommodate up to 2 layers of belt, and you'll see why later. Now, to make this carry method work extremely well, we're going to create some Cobra knot cord locks. Just use some short pieces of cord, about 1 foot long, and I'm going to tie 3 Cobra knots around the tail ends. Make sure you tie these knots very tightly because the more friction on the cord lock, the better it will work. Do this for both sides, of course. So when tying these Cobra knot cord locks, I'd say really try to white knuckle these ones because the more tension on them, the better they'll be able to function as cord locks. Now they might loosen over time, but more on that fix later. I'm going to do the clean finish, but you really don't have to. In fact, it might be better if you don't, so that the Cobra knot cord lock doesn't have a quote-unquote presentation side, as this method will be reversible, so you can carry it going either way. But I do like to make paracord mods like this look as nice as possible if I can help it. That being said, this Cobra knot cord lock can actually be turned and twisted around so that the melted ends can be put on the back so they're not showing. But I know in reality, nobody will really notice or care. But this is YouTube after all. We got to make things look pretty for the camera, right? So how do we use these taco knife sheath knots? Well, it's super easy. We just loosen the belt loops by pulling up on the cords to make enough space to pass it onto the belt. And then we just get it into the right position. And this method is very secure due to the cord locks because they allow you to cinch the loops down on your belt very tightly, and that knife ain't going nowhere. So as you can see, using this method, the knife carry can go either way in the cross draw position, which for this obake does work, but a knife of this length is perhaps better suited to the very controversial scout carry position. Also, when doing the scout carry, you can situate the belt loop on your back in between the two paracord belt loops, which prevents sliding even more so. Now, I did promise you a hardware version, so using a couple of dog's nose cord locks, I'm going to feed those onto the cords before tying the stopper knots. And on this version, I tied triple overhand knots, which actually do work a bit better. I think one of the benefits of this hardware version is that if you leave the tails long enough, you can always untie and retie the stopper knots and reuse the cord in case you want to remove this carry method, but you'll still be able to reuse the paracord and not cut, a new piece. Everything else was done the same, and as you can see, even on this Tsukoshi, which is the little brother of the other knife, which has insane retention on it, the loops are secure enough so that I can pull the knife out without the knife sliding around on my belt. And this smaller knife is much more conducive of the cross draw position. The Cobra Knot cord locks may loosen over time, but if they do, just dip them in really hot tap water and that should retighten them very easily. So we can now even carry taco knife sheaths with paracord. And if you want to see more methods of fixed blade carry using paracord, check these videos out.